stay in the same place, most likely.
So
It's
tell
like-
me, what is happening at anything exciting happening? Anything?
Exciting? There's nothing. No marriage to Donald Trump's daughter, no,
Yeah.
definitely. But she wanted this time. Soon, she has to fly now. It's a festivity season for her kids, and she finally woke up that she had to make some mental adjustments because she was placing a lot of obstacles. Because it's like this, like that. But now the time was running out, and she. I am the key. Look, I think I already told you the story. I am the key for. This is compressing a video that I did in my trip, so has to be on the screen, otherwise it can be interrupted from phones. As I was saying, so I think I already told you the story about Donald Trump. So I am the key for a deal between him and the king. So the king, who controls the international supply of heroin, mostly heroin, made a deal with him. Offered him for half price a full load, full lot. That deal was already done in February. It was only 4 tons for the same conditions. Yeah. But Donald Trump is the kind of person that when he finds himself served, he skips the other part. He doesn't comply with his promise. So what happened? As soon as he arrived at Luton on the 5th January, he didn't like to see exposed on Twitter. Time I think was all on Twitter, that he had an affair with a 17-year-old girl, who is his niece. Not sure if his direct niece or his second. The fact is, the girl was 17, and yeah, so he didn't like to be exposed and cancel everything, but he didn't cancel the load of the 4 tons of heroin. I think there was also a problem with the quantity, because it was promised 4 tons, and in the end there was less available. So I don't know exactly what happened. The fact is that he cancelled that deal, so he didn't take me with him. By that time, and I think that they upset me, and I was not willing to cooperate. So, but if it wasn't certain circumstances, probably I would be there, but it would be a huge mistake. Because Donald Trump might be, he's not a bad person, he's not a bad guy. I'm not going to say he's a bad guy. People say that he's despicable, vile, etc., etc. Probably for them. You understand? I cannot complain, because take in consideration the person who he is, take in consideration the position he occupies, the power he has, the money he has, and the influence he has, it could be much worse. You understand? And yeah, that's it. I'm not going to give more details. So I don't see him as a bad guy. I just see him as a guy who is dodgy, because that's how he made his money. You understand? If he was honest, or truly honest, 100% honest, he wouldn't be the rich as he is. You understand? So, but that applies to him and many other. Nobody makes a huge fortune being 100% honest. There are always, situations that they are dodgy. Life experience tells us that. So, but I don't see him as a bad guy. You understand? I see him as a person who has his issues, his problems, but what I know about him is enough to make me decide that I don't want to be part of his family. No matter the circumstances. The first was the adoption of his son, because that was the promise 2 years ago. I immediately stepped out. I said, actually, my post is available on Twitter, saying that you mind your business, I mind mine. So father is irreplaceable, so I'm sorry. So that's why I said it's still there, available, visible, and it has been that way. So then there are other options. So the marriage option just came out in August, when his daughter split from her current husband and came to London. But she didn't come to London to be with me. She told that her father, I'm going to face the beast. But she lied to him. She came with other purposes, already pre-existing in her mind.
Okay.
So that's why she has been all this time. And this decision of getting married with me, she only made now because only now she woke up that or is now or never, something like he is the key for my dream. Because when the marriage situation came up, both me and her refused for several reasons. She's not my type. She's very beautiful, but not exactly my type. And I'm not her type. 300%. Right. But I saw in here, I am a clever guy, much clever than many people think. And I found here an opportunity to sort my life out. And I proposed it to Donald Trump. Okay, I can marry her. If you don't mind, if you want, I can marry her. But this condition. I explained a business model that I had in mind already for a while, that it has to do with their area of business, because he got rich in drug dealing, but also in real estate and construction. Even today, he still says that he's the biggest construction developer in New York, but he's not acting in New York anymore. He's in Florida now. So my proposal was to build in New York, in Manhattan, a big skyscraper, 70 stories, 75, not smaller than that. And I explained how we'll divide the space and how handle each part of the building. This is for that, this is for that, this is for that. Not as a detailed plan, but explain it a little bit vague, but enough to give him idea that was a good idea. So he liked the idea, but I proposed that in exchange of $2 billion, not million, $1 billion funding, because he has 10 or 20 billion dollars hidden. Before it was under the floor in the garden, but it was exposed on Twitter. It's also my fault, but doesn't matter. He deserved. And the Mexicans were planning to send a robber disguised as gardener to unearth the treasure and take it away. So now he moved inside his office, but he's behind. Let's pretend this is an office and here is a cupboard. The cupboard is actually a secret door to a secret compartment. That's how he has now his billions hidden. But he has to move it again because now everybody knows where it is.
It's a hard job being rich, yeah?
Eh?
It's a hard job being rich. You have to hide your money all the time.
That's the thing. It's not hard job being rich. It's hard job is to hide the money without no one figure out where it is. So that's the thing. Right. He has that money, 10 or 20 billion dollars there, hidden. And he says, just remove the money, withdraw the money from there, and give to us. We put it in the bank. Understand? And if the bank asks for from where comes the money, look, it's a loan from this person. Okay, so whatever he has the money hidden doesn't matter for the bank. We have a justification to put the money in the bank, and we start looking for a place, design. That was my proposal. And the name of the skyscraper will be Ivanka Tower. She liked the idea. And that's when she started wondering marriage with me. But Donald Trump is very greedy. And sometimes when people are greedy, not all the time they are intelligent. If they are, the intelligence vanish away for a while. And that was his big mistake. I proposed 2 billion, he counter proposed 500 million. And for the time I said, it's not what I wanted to do. I have to do now something smaller, but it's okay for the start. I said yes, she said no, because she started making her calculations, because she has a university, she's licensed in property finance, so she knows specifically about, I know things vaguely, she knows in detail, you understand? So that's why I wanted her as part of the project. Would be the marriage was not because I liked her, because I'm in love with you. No, it's not the case. It's not exactly the case. It's because she was my key to access $2 billion, and she knows how to handle the business. So she actually will be, by that time, in the head of the business. I will be her associate, and I will be between the office and the construction site. Right. But he put down to 500 million, and she, when she was aware of the full plan that I wrote, she liked the idea that she said 500 million, it's not even close to the money we need. We need at least 1.5 billion. So he said yes with one condition. Now, okay, I can release 1.5 billion. I don't mind, but he has to quit his religion. I am a Jehovah's Witness. And that's where things stop, because I'm not quitting my religion. My religion is not for sale. My name is not Judas, it's Amadeu. You wanted to change my name when you wanted to adopt me for Michael. Oh, Michael, I wouldn't mind. And she wanted to change my name to Andrew. I wouldn't mind too. But my name, whatever it is, Amadeu, Michael, or Andrew, will never be Judas. You understand? So that's where things stalled. So the situation was stalled all this time, since September, October, November. Yeah, for 3 months already has been stalled because of that. But he later agreed to release $1 billion. No issue with religion. But when he decided, and when she finally woke up, it was too late, because, first of all, now I know too much about her. And what I know about her steps me back. Because to have a successful family business like that, I will have to have stability at home. And the way she is, I will have stability at home. Mostly because, look, I think I already spoke to you before. She got infected. She got pregnant. She doesn't know who's the father. That tells a lot. And she was going online to make casual sex, including with married guys. So she doesn't respect marriage. If she doesn't respect marriage, she wouldn't respect our marriage. And recently she said, because someone told her, you changed a lot. And she said, yes, I changed because my old version was weak. So 6 months ago, when she was still married, she was a devoted family wife, devoted family woman. And she was straight. No cheating at all. No online stuff. No sex extramarital. Nothing. You understand? Now she changed it completely, and she believes that the change was better. She feels better with the person she is now than the person she was 6 months ago. And that's when I keep her away. I don't want a woman like this, because the marriage will be a disaster. Because I am very conservative. It's not has nothing to do with my religion. It has to do with myself. My mother didn't love my father, but she was married for 25 years, and she never cheated on my father. And my father was many months away. My mother was living in Portugal with us. My father was working in Germany for more than 10 years, between the 70s and late 80s. So I think my father quit Germany in 1987. Yeah, I think it was 1987 that he quit. And when I was born in 73, he was already going and coming back. He's a fisherman, so he was going 3 months and spending 2 weeks at home. He was going 1 month, spending 2 or 3 weeks at home. That's how he was doing. That's how they made money for a good house they had. And for a while we had a good car, we had a good life for a while. So, but despite my mother didn't love my father, and my father was away all that time, and there was men surrounding the house wanting something with my mother always keep any man away. You understand? She always respected the marriage. She always respected my father in that sense. She never cheated on my father. I can assure you that. So, and I am like my mother. I'm exactly like my mother. And I expect my wife to be exactly like me in that sense. She doesn't have to be like me in everything, but in that matter, she has to be like me, strict. And Ivanka is not strict anymore. She was 6 months ago, until she got divorced. She came here to London. Someone put professional gigolos on her way. Professional guys who know how to do the job. And now she's addicted. And all this time, the reason why she took so long to decide for me was because she was mesmerized, obsessed, and entertained with those guys. And she was jumping between one or another. So she was going tonight with this guy, in the next morning she was breaking up with him and calling the other one in straight away and spend the night with the other one. And then when she was not with one or another, she was going online and get another one. So she is, how can I say, unsustainable sexually. And I explained to that Donald Trump, I cannot marry this woman, not anymore, because that's the thing. I can do what those guys do. I can be almost as good as they are. But if I focus all my energy on her at night, I won't have energy on the daytime to dedicate to the business. So something is going to fail, or the business or the marriage, because that's the way she is. The next guy she will marry, or he is like that, or they will have problems, or she will cheat on him. And that's, I don't want that for me. So it's a quite complex situation that makes me step back, because that's the thing. I would love to be a billionaire, and that will be the key to be a billionaire. And the way I was going to manage that situation, the ideas I have, I'll, in a few years, in 5, 6, 7 years, I'll be the richest guy from Portugal.
Yeah.
Because the richest family, not the richest guy, the richest family in Portugal, they have around 5 billion pounds, or assets worth 5 billion pounds. With $1 billion in construction, the way I was doing, in 5 or 6 years, I'll make it worth 4 or 5 billions, but only myself. You understand? While in Portugal, the richest family worth 5 billion, only myself would worth 4 billion in a few years. Which means in a few years, in less than 10 years, I'll become the richest guy born in Portugal. Not the richest guy who lives in Portugal, but the Portuguese, within the Portuguese, the richest one. Yeah. I'll be in Forbes list. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So and that's what I wanted, but I don't sell my soul. I don't do a bad step, a big mistake to do that. I'm not obsessive by that. There are other avenues, you understand, to get that dream. She has only this avenue to get her dream. She really wants, is her dream. Her dream was my dream, the big tower with that business, etc. So basically I designed her dream. But she only decided this week that that I am the key for her dream. She didn't realize that yet.
Okay.
She was obsessed with something else. She was entertained with something else. Now it's too late, because I already know how she is. I don't want her. And that's another thing that I tried to explain when
there's plenty to talk about.
Oh yeah. So let's change the subject.
There's plenty to talk about. We talked about some, because I've got so much work to do. So how are you? How are you feeling anyway? You personally, how are you?
I'm okay. No
Okay.
claims. It's still waiting for actually I spoke with the security about that. He asked me. Okay, yeah.
So where are you? Right? Where is your home area? Putney.
It's between Putney and Wandsworth.
What borough is that?
Huh?
What borough?
Bar.
Borough. Do you know which borough? Wandsworth. Putney and Wandsworth.
Yeah, between one place and another. I roam a little bit between one place and another.
Okay.
Today I came from Wandsworth. I was in Brett. Was the name of the coffee shop. And,
so what's the date on the? Let me get my phone and get.
All right.
1 second.
No worries. No worries. No me entiendes to do it. Foda-se.
You are lucky you've got a long period. You don't not see me. So I will see you on the 8th because of the holidays.
Ah.
Yeah. I'll see you on the 8th of.
No worries. I was checking if I have an email. Sorry, so you're saying, yeah, so there will be until the 8th?
Yeah, I won't be seeing you until the 8th because of the holiday period.
Ah, okay, so it'll be 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks this time.
Check the calendar. Send me that information by
Okay.
email, otherwise I'll come from mistake.
Okay.
Yeah. Check the calendar. So today is 18. Yeah. Yeah, there's bank holidays. It's been 25th, and then we have the 1st. Yeah, and then the 8th. Yeah. It's after my birthday.
Yeah. So I'll see you then and we'll talk some more. Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine. Because yeah, it's too much things. Because you know, these guys of the MI5, they did. Not sure if I told you already. What they did in Brazil, but failed. They asked the Brazil. You're gonna write down
The appointment.
with the next appointment, please. That's because that's where I keep these.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I noticed that was missing. It's about a year ago, no, nearly 2 years. They called the Brazilian authorities and asked, "Hey, we need help to get rid of this guy. There's a law in here that if he is convicted for any sexual offenses anywhere in the world, he's barred from the country. Can you help us?" So in Brazil, which is a place where it's easy to bribe any person, any bit of money is enough for do whatever they are asked. And what happened? They forged an accusation for drug and rape against the girl that actually I know the girl. And but I never touched that girl. Actually, she was very, very fat by that time, so I wouldn't do nothing with that person. So and it failed. So that accusation was so badly forged that failed. First, because they use the wrong witnesses. Because in Brazil, family cannot be witnesses.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So in here, even in here, sometimes the police object. If you report someone to the police and the person who is going to be your witness is your brother or your mother or your sister or your cousin, the police always step back a little bit. They feel a little bit reluctant to tell.
Okay.
So that situation failed.
Yeah.
Even because I still had this case pending. So and they start asking the same thing to other countries wherever I have been: Germany, Netherlands, and Denmark. I have been 6 weeks in Denmark. So now the extradition request to Denmark gone through the Home Secretary and apparently approved. Now it's going through the judge.
Oh, okay.
So, but there's a catch.
Yeah, okay.
Still under probation. And the law says that as long as I am under probation, I cannot.
They're almost through.
Eh?
They're almost through. It's almost finished.
What do you mean, the probation?
No, your probation is 16 weeks. It's almost finished.
No, it will last until it's 12 months.
12 months, but you don't have to come the whole 12 months. There's a cut-off period whereby they let you.
I am discharged.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is better. Right now, they can't. That's what they wanted. So, because the thing is, I am here because I was wrongly charged, as I said.
Yeah, okay.
Because he thought that the marriage was going to take place, and he asked the prosecutor to review my case, and she actually did the review, and she said that the kick in the head is the reason why she cannot quash my case. So that's the reason why she says that she cannot. But the kick in the head. The kick in the head didn't cause any injuries.
Yeah, I came.
Yeah, I know you came last week.
So the kick in the head didn't cause any injuries. The injury she had in the lower back, she says she had a bruise. So which means that if it's the reason why I was charged, I was still wrongly charged because I was charged in March, and the offense took place nearly a year ago. So that was common assault. Common assault is a summary offense. It has to be dealt in the magistrate's court up to 6 months. So I was charged out of time. I am still wrongly charged. Since the moment he didn't quash the conviction, so the extradition request from Denmark will clash, and I cannot be.
Okay.
So basically, she did me a favor. At the time, I was quite upset because she's still doing the wrong decision, and her decision is still illegal. You understand? But when I realized that her mistake is preventing me to send back to Denmark, that's it. This lady's doing me a favor. She didn't realize that. So I don't mind they do too many favors like this.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, yeah?
Okay, thank you so much.
We'll see
See you on next year.
you. Yeah,
Okay.
next year.